and concerning the word Mormon and the record of the Nephites declared by others as revealed Indian history. These are not names to be owned. When our history is used as a weapon, we will reclaim it and strip away any assumed right to wield it against others. To those this may apply, proceed with caution. You may misinterpret our story, but you may not own it, define it, or turn it into justifications for harm.
And after he had seen many Pharisees and Sadducees coming among the multitudes, going out to him to be purified in the Jordan, he said to them, "You brood of vipers, seed of the ancient serpent, who taught you to flee from the final wrath to come? Bear fruit worthy of repentance and teshuvah, and do not begin to say in your hearts, we have Abraham as our father. Behold, I say unto you, God is able, even from these very stones, to raise up sons unto Abraham." Behold, the axe has already reached the root of the tree. Therefore every tree that does not bear good fruit shall be cut down and cast into the fire. You brood of vipers, seed of the ancient serpent, who taught you to flee from the final wrath to come. Bear fruit worthy of repentance and teshuvah, and do not begin to say in your hearts, we have Abraham as our father. Behold, I say unto you, God is able, even from these very stones, to raise up sons unto Abraham.
Thus says the eternal universal Father of heaven, the one creator of all things seen and unseen, the source of light and the bringer of darkness. There is no priesthood above that of mother and father. Before any titles were invented, before hierarchies were declared, before authority was measured by offices, ordinations, or votes, the Creator entrusted the first and highest responsibility to those who carry and raise life. Mother and father are not metaphors. They are the original altar. Responsibilities have too often been used as measuring sticks while their duties went unfulfilled. Titles multiplied while children were unsafe, lands were exhausted, families were fractured, and dignity was stripped away. Where this has happened, priesthood became costume rather than covenant. Ritual grew louder while repair was neglected. Words increased while justice thinned. The Creator never mistook performance for faithfulness. Our history was not revealed so our inheritance could be reassigned. When our fathers were preached about, our children were taken. When promised lands were declared, our lands were surveyed, divided, and sold. The Creator did not open a people's history so a finder could appoint himself heir. Discovery is not adoption. Translation is not possession. Revelation does not grant ownership of a people. The one Creator, the giver of breath to all, does not revoke promises made to the first children of the earth to flatter those who arrived later. No authority exists under any circumstances to draft declarations, doctrines, or covenants that bind us under terms we did not choose, or silence consent we did not give. And concerning the word Mormon and the record of the Nephites declared by others as revealed Indian history, these are not names to be owned. When our history is used as a weapon, we will reclaim it and strip away any assumed right to wield it against others. To those this may apply, proceed with caution. You may misinterpret our story, but you may not own it, define it, or turn it into justifications for harm. Before I speak further, I want you to notice your breathing, not to change it, only to listen. The Creator does not arrive loud. Creation does not begin with instruction. It begins with presence. Everything that lives is already speaking. The ground beneath your feet, the air against your skin, the pause between one thought and the next, the steady drum of your heart. Breath is the first language. Each inhale remembers. Each exhale releases. This is not a call to conquer you. This is an invitation to remember yourself within this living world. Not standing above it, I bring nothing new. I bring what was never meant to be lost. What follows does not require belief, only attention. If resistance rises, do not fight it. That resistance is memory waking. If calm arrives, do not cling to it. That calm is recognition. Before worth was measured, you learned to breathe. Before the earth was divided into property and competitors, you belonged to a rhythm, heartbeat and drum, rain and soil, animal and sky, paths worn by feet that belonged to the land, as much as the land belonged to them. The first gift was not intelligence, it was relation. Rivers knew your name before you named them. Soil fed you before you classified it. Animals accepted you before you claimed mastery. Life did not begin with ownership, it began with participation. The first covenant was simple. What you take, you must return. What you are given, you must tend. What you damage, you must repair. What you forget, the world will remember for you. The world did not fracture because people became evil. It fractured because they became distracted. We moved faster than understanding, spoke more than we listened, built more than we could inhabit with dignity. We replaced rhythm with efficiency and called it progress. Power without humility collapsed inward. Convenience charged interest to the future. When systems like people can no longer admit their limits, they rot. The land suffers not because it is cursed, but because it is exhausted. Communities hollow not because they are judged, but because truth no longer resides there. Creation does not wait for permission to respond to imbalance. It answers. You are not broken. You are out of rhythm, and rhythm can be restored. The ancestors stand behind us, our unbroken lines, veins of memory crossing time. They are roots, so that we may rise. They lifted their voices and prayed. 7 generations do not forget about us. We are the answer to that prayer. Wisdom is not knowing more. It is knowing when to stop speaking. Love is not indulgence. It is the discipline to protect what cannot protect itself. Respect is not distance. It is space that allows life to remain itself. Bravery is not aggression. It is steadiness when fear is loud. Humility is not shrinking. It is remembering you are not the center. Truth is not an argument. It is what emerges when these breathe together. These are not ideals. They are laws of continuity. Authority does not come from crowns, offices, councils, or titles that claim the right to manage life for others. Authority is not seized. It does not announce itself. It is recognized when the weary feel safe in your presence, when the truth can stand unarmed beside you. If authority requires fear, it is already failing. If it requires silence, it has become theft. Authority is what remains after applause fades and responsibility stays. And priesthood, true priesthood, is not a title placed on a head. It is a transformation written into flesh. The first priesthood placed on this earth was the power to become mothers and fathers. Strength was given to protect the future carried within them. The earth will become the bodies of your children. You are walking soil, ancestral prayers moving forward in time. Priesthood is not permission to control. It is obligation to restrain. Where priesthood becomes privilege, it has already left the altar. The covenant does not need defenders, it needs keepers. Do not wait for collapse to change you. Do not wait for prophecy to frighten you. The future is not written ahead of you, it is written inside the next decision. Every policy supported, every purchase made, every word spoken to a child either deepens forgetting or begins remembrance. Sit again in the circle and listen until anger runs out of words. Speak only what you are prepared to live. When uncertain, do the smallest thing that restores balance. This is how worlds heal, not through spectacle, but through faithful repair. And hear this clearly. Restoration is not fluid in its claim. You cannot say you have restored what was taken from a people by reserving the right to keep redefining what restoration means. What was entrusted was not experimental. What was broken was not abstract. Restoration is validated not by adaptability, but by faithfulness. A people know when something has been restored because what was lost returns. Voice, land, dignity, responsibility. Not because they are asked to adjust to a moving target. If the meaning changes whenever it is challenged, it is not restoration, it is management. Restoration answers to what existed before the breach. It does not claim the right to improve upon it. The land remembers this promise: corn and quinoa, buffalo and condor, languages older than borders, paths that followed rivers like prayers. Any restoration that erases these has restored nothing. Even the word Zion has become a wound. Too often it names a center that gathers power instead of healing land. We do not hear peace in it, we hear fences. To us, Zion is not a gated city. It is a hilled watershed. Not separation, but reconciliation with land, ancestors and neighbors, once called enemy. Until Zion means clean water, honored treaties, living languages, and children unafraid, do not ask us to rejoice in the name. The first priesthood was never a robe, a collar, or an office. It was the power to carry and protect life. Feed it from your own body. Hold it when it trembles. Teach it the names of the wind and water. No hand laid on a head outranks the hand that wipes a child's tears. Where children are unsafe, land is poison, mothers dishonored, fathers ungentle. There is no priesthood, only imitation. Our history was not revealed to sign our inheritance away. No covenant written without us binds us. No doctrine spoken over our heads replaces consent. You may hold our books, you do not hold our future. We are living nations, not symbols to be used. So sit with us, not to defend or argue, but to listen. If shame comes, let it become repentance, not denial. The Creator is not asking you to abandon faith, only entitlement. There is no priesthood above that of the mother and father. There is no authority above the promise given to the first peoples. There is no right to bind us into stories we did not choose. Live as if that were true, and a different kind of authority will be recognized. To our people, I am Ogima Sangab, chief of the Caribou clan, one of the 49 clans of the Anishinaabe. I am also an eagle firekeeper of the Maya, who recognize long-standing relationships. At this time, we need to return to our grandfathers and grandmothers. We need to return to the lodges. We need to return to that which is the inheritance of our grandchildren unborn. We need to do it right now. We don't need their systems. Their systems will never return us to what our grandfathers knew, and they're certainly not the systems that we want to leave as the inheritance for our children unborn. We define who we are. Your children are your community's heart. They cannot be broken away by any other voice. It's time to return to the lodges. Chimbigwich. Wikano Shia no. Where we Kanian. Meshia kink, Mesuya kink. Pei Yamia Koya na kink. Where Kwe nink. Pesi, me witwan. Where Kwe nink, ke to nink, etowa. Misha kwat, ni yo. Me ke yi nink te, ayeya ban. Yinde bibetan, Yinde bemiko. Noa wimiko. Manadu yana ninikan. Mishaye yeke. Shide. Boginde nung. Geshe godong. Kamene. Nonk. Geshe goya dong. Dibiga donk. Gayaye. Apege dawunk. Pawe. Kevin dega yonk. A hawa me David. A hawa me David. A hawa me David. Kinani he, kinani we, manadu. Kinana wine, manadu ahik. Kinana wine, manadu ahik. Kinana wine, manadu ahik. Gejiki kawi damune, gejiki wida munade, gijiga wida munade, gijiga wida munade. Wane ho ho ne geshigoni kosa we heya wani shina. Wane ho heya ne geshigoni. Wane ho heya ne geshigoni. Kosa we ne wani shina ha wane ho heya ne geshigoni. Wichi hina ne yakoho ne wichinan. Wichi nina ne koho ne wichinan. Wichinan ne koho. Uani mawe ahi ni mawe ne gwich. Uani mawe he nigwich. Naninde heya heyo ya ne ni sheme ya ne heyo na hime ya ne he. Manadu he ne medawi wenchi ho ne se he he. Wenchi ne se he. Misha kwoti ne bewa ne nibinji manadu iyani. Kemine he anu ansho menodi ki manadu. Shingwe yodi, shingwe yodi, shingwe yodi.
Kandeo wa ni to e ya ni kandeo wa ni ene ni manadu yani ne na shimote he manadu we he midway te we megawai me shoko dunke he nemegi sim sungis ni de wit kani he winno wo he shi wat manadu wishik Ho ba mi de, manadu, na wa gi jik. Ni we wa a de, himine, one, manadu, wikani, mide yo. Hani ne kumi ne kani, hani ne kumi ne kani.